Good morning, minivanners. It's your girl, Vanessa Maddox. Today is a very special episode of Live from the Minivan, The Interviews. By the time you see this, it will be Saturday morning, June 3rd, so happy Saturday. Today, I am with an original member of the Girlfriend Group Global Network for Women. Her name is Sha'Ron Downing. Some of you may know her from back in the day, Northern Virginia, correct? She is the creator of that wonderful Facebook group with over 10,000 members. Yes, 10,000 people. So Sha'Ron and I are here today in this special episode to talk about a member of her family by the name of Melvina. I'm not going to give you any more than that, people. I'm going to let her do the talking, and then we're going to talk about these t-shirts we have on. Check them out, people. They're hot. It's mine. Don't even try it. So I'm going to turn the camera over to Sha'Ron, and we're going to spend some time talking about her incredible, great, 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 great grandmother. Welcome, Sha'Ron. Hello there, my dear.
Thank you, Vanessa.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. And say hello to the minivanners.
Hi, minivanners.
Team Melvina. Hashtag Team Melvina. You know how I love hashtags, Sha'Ron. The color of power. Let's hear about your amazing grandmother.
Yes, well, her name is Melvina Massey, and she was born a slave in Loudoun County, Virginia in 1838. We actually have a book that's
There's her book.
out.
Yay, I'm so excited.
So a little bit about Melvina's life in Loudoun. Her parents were Edward and Lucy Massey. They were also born into slavery, and she had a son by the name of Henry. Our genealogy research has gone back 5 years between my cousin Brandon and myself. Brandon is in Rhode Island and I'm here in Virginia. And Brandon actually found me on social media and reached out to me and said, I think that we might be related. And within 5-10 minutes, we realized that we had a lot of common relatives and ancestors. So we decided to team up and to do the research for the family. So I guess you could say we're the family genealogists. And every day we find out something new and exciting about our family. We have very deep, deep, deep Virginia roots. So back to Melvina. Again, like I said, she was born in 1838, a slave. We've managed to go back and find out that her grandmother's name was Meemaw. And we know that Melvina's master was John Ross, and the father of her child was Dr. Joseph Glass Gray. And later in life, Henry actually changed his name from Massey to Gray, as well as other family members. Okay, so fast forward 30 years or so, say 1880, Melvina had moved to Fairfax County, and her father, Edward, was a farmer. And Melvina went on to live her life and left her son Henry with Edward and Lucy. And we found out some pretty surprising things. Let's just say we cleaned out some closets.
Absolutely.
We found out that she was a traveler. She loved to travel, which was pretty surprising for a woman or person of color back in the 1800s. We have her as up in Canada. We found her up in Canada. We found her up in Chicago. We found her up in Rhode Island. So pretty interesting facts about her. One of the most shocking is that we found out that she was not only a savvy businesswoman, but she was an infamous madam and bootlegger.
Wow.
So that was in Fargo, North Dakota.
Fargo, North Dakota, people.
Fargo, North Dakota.
From Northern Virginia, she made her way in the 1800s to Fargo, North Dakota. Do you even realize what a feat that is in of itself? Go
Yes,
ahead.
it was during when there wasn't states, it was the territories, and it was the gold rush. And she was a black woman, but she let their bias dictate how they treated her. She wasn't purposely passing because she was a very light complected woman, but she just let their own ignorance and bias determine how they treated her. And of course, they assumed that she was a Caucasian. So she was pretty much went into town. Some of the most interesting things that she did when she was opening the Crystal Palace, she had handwritten invitations created and hand delivered to all the wealthy men in Fargo. Another thing that we found out is that she was jilted, and she sued for her fiance for reneging on his promise to marry her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're trying to connect the dots and cross the T's on that. Everything is looking at the fact that her fiance was actually the father of Benjamin O. Davis, who was the first African American general. We have newspaper articles that have hers and his name. We have him up in Chicago around the same time that she's up in Chicago. So it's a coincidence, but we're still looking for, definitive proof.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Sha'Ron, that's all we're going to give them today. Okay, we're going to keep folks in suspense. I'm going to flash this book once again, Melvina, How a Mulatto Madame Controlled Fargo, North Dakota, by our friend James Lee Nathan III. And Melvina, good Lord, about to call you Melvina. Sha'Ron, before we go, tell the folks about your book event coming up.
Yes, that is going to be at the Point of Dulles on Saturday, June the 17th at 6 o'clock. And you get a chance to meet James Lee Nathan III, the author of Melvina the Color of Power, as well as my Rhode Island cousin, Brandon Massey. In addition, you can check us out on Facebook. Melvina has her own Facebook page.
Yes, she does.
It's called Melvina the Color of Power. And we also have a Facebook page dedicated to the family, the Massey family, and it's called Our Massey Family.
And how can they sign up to RSVP for the book event?
They can actually contact us through Our Massey Family.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sha'Ron, for welcoming me into your home, for sitting for this interview, and we will see you again very soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, folks, that's it. I hope to see you all at the book event. Unfortunately, your girl will be out of town celebrating Father's Day. I won't be there with Sha'Ron, but I will be there in spirit, and you will hear me and see me talking about Team Melvina in this incredible, incredible story and the awesome book that's coming out. More to come. Thank you. See you guys.